There's a question many people don't say out loud, but they think about it. Is cheating really that wrong? Deep down, most people already know the answer. They know it's not right. They know it hurts others. They know it creates consequences. And yet, they still do it. And even more confusing, sometimes, even while knowing it's wrong, a part of them asks, why is it wrong? That inner conflict is where everything begins. Let's start from a simple idea. In Buddhism, there is a concept called precepts. These are not laws. They are not punishments. They are personal rules, guidelines that you choose to follow so that you can live a better life. For example, do not kill, do not steal, do not lie, do not act out of uncontrolled desire. These are not rules imposed by force. If you break them, no one comes to punish you. There is no prison, no external judgment, because these rules are not for society. They are for you. They exist so that your life does not fall apart. Now here's something important. In this world, there are natural laws. For example, gravity. No matter how much you want to fly, no matter how hard you try, you cannot escape it. You can jump higher. You can train your body, but eventually, you fall. Human relationships work the same way. There are invisible laws. You might feel anger, you might feel desire, you might feel attraction. Those feelings are natural, but if you act only based on those feelings, without considering consequences, something breaks. Trust breaks. Relationships break. People get hurt, and eventually, you get hurt too. Now let's talk about cheating. Two adults meet. They spend time together. They develop feelings. This is not unusual. It happens everywhere. Workplaces, schools, daily life. So the question is not, does it happen? The question is, what happens after? At first, there is guilt. You know it's wrong. You hesitate. You question yourself. But if you continue, something changes. You begin to justify it. You start telling yourself, it's not that bad. This happens to a lot of people. Maybe it's okay. And slowly, you stop seeing it as wrong. This is the dangerous part, because there are two types of mistakes. One is doing something wrong while knowing it's wrong. The other is doing something wrong without realizing it's wrong. And surprisingly, the second one is worse, because if you don't see the problem, you never stop. You continue, you go deeper, and eventually, you lose your sense of direction. Let me give you an example. Imagine you are carrying a virus, but you don't know it. You go outside, you meet people, you spread it everywhere. You don't feel guilty because you don't know, but the damage is real. Now compare that to someone who knows they are sick. They stay home, they wear a mask, they act carefully. Awareness changes behavior, and behavior changes outcomes. This is exactly what happens in relationships. When you ignore your guilt, you lose awareness. And when you lose awareness, you lose control. Now let's go even deeper. Relationships are not just about feelings. They are about alignment. Your thoughts, your words, your actions. When these three are aligned, you feel stable. But when they are not, you feel tension. You say, I love you. But deep inside, something feels wrong. You act like everything is fine, but your heart is unsettled. That internal conflict will not disappear. It builds, and eventually, it breaks something, not because it's morally wrong, but because it's unstable. That's the law. Now ask yourself this: can you openly introduce that relationship to the world? Can you stand in front of a child and say, "This is my partner"? Can the other person do the same? If the answer is no, then something is already broken, and that brokenness does not go away. It stays hidden, growing, and one day it surfaces. So what is the solution? It's not about judging yourself. It's not about labeling yourself as good or bad. It's about choosing your principles. What kind of relationships do you want in your life? Simple, honest, open, or complicated? Hidden, full of lies? You have to decide, because without rules, your emotions will take control, and emotions are powerful. They can make you feel alive. They can make you feel connected, but they can also blind you. Love itself is not always clarity. Sometimes it's intensity, like being intoxicated. When you're in that state, you cannot see clearly. You cannot make balanced decisions. So if you want a stable life, you need something stronger than emotion. You need principles, rules you choose for yourself, not because someone told you, but because you understand where certain paths lead. And once you set those rules, you must respect them, even when it's hard, because the moment you abandon your own principles, you start losing yourself. And once that happens, everything becomes unstable. So take a step back, look at your life, look at your choices, and ask yourself, is this the life I truly want? Not just today, but in the long run, because short-term feelings and long-term consequences are not the same. If you want a life that is peaceful, that is stable, that you can stand behind, then choose relationships you can be proud of, relationships that are simple, honest, and clear. It's not always easy, but it is worth it, because in the end, the way you live determines the life you experience. So choose carefully and live in a way that you don't have to hide. That is where true peace begins.